Happy to have you with us for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. With Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson. Joining us from the sidelines, Allie LaForce.
Yeah, they battled at certain points, but once the game started slipping away and they fell behind, they just couldn't get back into it.
We know they're capable of a much better game than they played. They know it, we know it. Let's see if it affects their confidence.
Well, Grant, I hope you're as fired up for this one as I am. Some of the league's most exciting talent on the floor.
Oh, my, man. I am most definitely up for this one.
With the athleticism on both sides,
there's going to be no shortage of highlights.
Stolen by Mobley. Thomas, left side. Lots of room. Count it.
Here's a guy who is not shy about sharing the basketball. If you're open, Darius Garland will find you.
Shot's good by Hill.
just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Now here's Cunningham. His offense has been fantastic, averaging just over 17 a game. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Chris Finch. I asked him what's the key to slowing down Cade Cunningham. Coach said, quote, not letting him get clean looks inside the arc. Cade is a terrific mid-range shooter and a solid finisher inside, so we just have to get a hand in his face on every shot. Limiting his production could be the difference in this game.
As always, Allie, thank you.
Well, in pick and roll action, Anthony Edwards is thinking score first. Good decision right there.
Doris, one of the most physical guards in the NBA, Anthony Edwards.
If you want to talk about a prototypical NBA body, it's Anthony Edwards. He's got size, strength, athleticism, but beyond that, he's so skilled. Three-level scorer, versatile on the defensive end, fearless when it matters. Anthony Edwards may be the next face of the league.
After 5 shots, that's their first miss. I definitely call that a good start.
And it's good. 2 points.
Yeah, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Here's Cunningham. And a missed layup. The Timberwolves lead by 6. Pass to Edwards. The 3 is up. The shot no good.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Back to Hill. get it to fall. Minnesota with the ball. Edwards with it. Picked up by Cunningham. And Edwards good for 3. Edwards got 5.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Here's Cunningham. Got a piece of it. And now the T-Wolves on the break. Garland for 3. Thomas outside. Fires from deep. Can't get it to go. 3 for 5 shooting so far. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
And the foul called on Evan Mobley. That's his first foul of the game. Both teams deciding to change it up. Here's Cunningham. Ivy outside. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. All right, Grant, I have to ask you, has there ever been a more intimidating team than the old bad boy Pistons?
Well, they weren't fancy, but they played hard and they played physical basketball. Every team that faced those Detroit teams knew they were in for a battle.
Here's Dillingham, providing this team some offensive stability. A little over 10 points a game. There's a screen from Garuba. 5 on the clock. Alexander Walker. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
To the left side wing. And Shannon gets it to go.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
And here's Durant for 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Pass to Dillingham. This one for 3. And no good. Pistons trail up by 12. It's Cunningham with a drive. Doesn't go for him.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
Here's Dillingham. Back to Mobley. Puts the move on. Tipped.
Anytime you put the ball up near Durant, there's a chance it ends up back in your face.
Oh, wow, guys, this does not look good. We've got an injury here.
And by the look of it, guys, this could be serious.
Well, these are the moments that can be gut-wrenching for him and his team, right? Anytime you see an injury like this, certainly your heart goes out to him and to his family.
Here's Dillingham. Yet to see a basket. Gets the 3 to fall.
And early on, they've been on a tear. Just getting whatever they want offensively.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip. And guys are making their shots. That's critical. Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Pass to Tyson. Here's Shannon. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. Off target from 3-point range.
No question who's in control of the board so far.
And the bucket is good.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
And here's Dillingham from the arc. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
And he's going for the oop here. Oh, it's stolen away. Here's Shannon. Outside Pass to Fernando. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest fives in the NBA.
Here's Holland. Second quarter of basketball, about a minute played so far. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
Garland with the ball, and Clarkson picks him up defensively. Pass to Dillingham. There's the triple. Can't get it. He's now 1 of 4 from the floor. Pistons trail up by 16. Closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second. Misses in close.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Here's Garland. The rebound by Detroit.
Uh-oh. Did he change his mind on the way up? I think he did.
And Grant, when you look at Darius Garland, he has a very polished offensive game.
Absolutely. He's great at creating for himself, but also knows when to get others involved. He can score from anywhere, and he works incredibly hard on his craft.
Now here's Clarkson. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Here's Holland. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. The Timberwolves lead by 14. Now an update on Evan Mobley from Allie LaForce. What'd you find out, Allie?
Hey guys, the head athletic trainer from Minnesota provided some information. All signs point to a high ankle sprain, something that they're going to have to be very careful with. His return to the court won't happen tonight, and likely not for a while after that. Guys?
Okay, thanks for the update. Good to get that information. Now we know how things are coming along, Graham.
That's true. It's the uncertainty factor with injuries that can be so hard to handle.
There's no question, because even if you know what's wrong, individuals have different healing times. The time frames can be totally different for similar injuries.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, the Timberwolves, no doubt, a team to be reckoned with. Coach Chris Finch said, we come in every single night and compete. No matter what the circumstances are, we expect to win. We root for each other, so I feel like we have all the makings of a tough team.
And they have reason to be confident, Allie. Thank you. Banked it in off the glass.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Minnesota leading by 15. Outside, Alexander Walker. And here's Dillingham from the arc. Detroit with a rebound.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
Oh, man. I mean, Clarkson just punishing the defense, running right in for the slam.
Grant, when you talk about consistency and officiating game to game, you think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes legal guarding position would help players and officials. And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
And here's Cunningham outside. Rebounded by Catchings. Thomas outside. And a miss there on the triple. Pistons trail up by 15. The three from Thompson. And again, the Pistons missing. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He wants to review the game plan.
Substitution.
Minnesota leading by 15. Pass to Howard. And he drives in. It's blocked. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Howard. Minute 32 left in the first half. Thompson in the post. Oh!
Flying high, Ausar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
Here's Garland. Outside Edwards. From outside the arc. Sends it home from three-point land. Edwards has got 8.
Hard to win games when you allow clean looks from the perimeter.
Ivy outside. Back to Cunningham. Oh, using his size. Look at Cunningham.
Such an energetic play from Cunningham, going right up for the slam.
Howard, the screen. Lets it go. O'Neal on the wing. Let's go with a 3. Right side, Finney-Smith. Back to Howard. Well, it was only a matter of time before they finally get the bucket.
And I love how they're working much harder on the glass this quarter and drumming up more second chance opportunities.
Here's Cunningham. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's on Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, can you say total package? Cunningham, the prototype guard these days.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Garland with the ball. Pass to Edwards. Over Ivy. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. Up 14 as we wrap up the quarter. They're showing impressive focus out there. And it's paying off big on both ends of the floor. And more NBA action on 2K Sports. Coming your way right after this. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. All right, time for an injury report.
Hey guys, the head athletic trainer for the Timberwolves let me know the status. He said they're concerned this is a serious injury and it's going to keep him out of the rotation. All that said, he's already back at the game. Some serious toughness on display tonight.
All we can hope for is that the prognosis isn't as bad as it seems, guys.
Yeah, we were hoping for much better news, and obviously not very encouraging.
No, I mean, this is a big blow, and it will force the team to make some adjustments, not just in terms of personnel on the court, but in terms of strategy.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Here's Garland following the score by Detroit. Nice move. And here's Thomas from the arc. Here's Howard. Out to Garland. Outside Edwards. 4 on the clock. To the middle. Here's Howard. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Howard's gotten his second bucket on the night. And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. And Minnesota making a change here. Here's Cunningham. Shot from the low post is good. Cunningham's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
Hey, a graceful touch from Cunningham, making that floater look effortless.
Here's Edwards. And there's contact and a whistle. So he's got 2 shots coming up. And Doris, you watch Anthony Edwards year to year. He just keeps reaching a new level.
He wants greatness badly. He's putting in the time, BA, to get there. Anthony Edwards, the shooting, the confidence, the leadership, everything's growing. He's now producing like an MVP. Look out, everybody. Here he comes.
Here's Shannon. He's got 12. It's Edwards on the wing. Stolen by Ivy. And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Minutes gone in this third quarter now. Here's Cunningham. And he makes it on the layup. Cunningham's got 4 points now in the quarter.
A nice start to the third. 3 out of 4 and looking good doing it.
Garland, no good. And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. 17-point game. Pass to Holland. Back to Cunningham. Outside, Hill. Shot clock at 6. Kicks it out to Cunningham. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Minnesota. And they double up Edwards. Howard with the ball. Back to Edwards. Now Howard. O'Neal on the wing. And the three-pointer goes. O'Neal's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Right side, Hill. Thompson with it. O'Neal covers. Back to Hill. Pass to Thompson. He hits it just before the shot clock expires. Thompson's got 6.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Timberwolves lead by 18. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Dillingham, no good. And here's Detroit. Inside. Holland. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham. Holland's got his third basket on the night right there. And Minnesota with possession here. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Brian, Anthony Edwards, his disposition just brightens the locker room. Coach Chris Finch said he's an absolute joy to coach. Always in a great mood with a great smile. It doesn't matter if he plays well or he doesn't. Every day he has the same approach and the same attitude.
And he wants to be great, Allie. There's no doubt about that.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit. Bad idea leaving him open. He needs more defensive attention, not less.
How about an update on Jalen Duren? Let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, the Pistons head athletic trainer gave me an update. The initial reports are saying that this is a serious injury and that he'll likely miss significant playing time. And in this crucial time of the season, any injury can have a major impact on a team. We'll have to make some immediate adjustments, guys.
Okay, thanks for the update. Good to get that information. Now we know how things are coming along, Graham.
That's true. It's the uncertainty factor with injuries that can be so hard to handle.
There's no question, because even if you know what's wrong, individuals have different healing times. The time frames can be totally different for similar injuries.
Pass to Garuba. Here's Catchings. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots over Holland. Catchings misses. Pistons trail up by 17. Here's Clarkson. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And when you talk about guards who can really attack in the lane, Jordan Clarkson is on that list, Doris.
BA, there are just certain guys who are comfortable operating in tight windows. Clarkson's mindset is score. He's got a great sense for where and when to pull up into his shot. He can burn you from three. Little bit streaky, but boy, he can really get on a hot streak. How about the body control from Anthony Edwards? Just so good at using that frame to get through the teeth of the defense.
There's 37 seconds left in the third. And he slams it in one-handed.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. The Timberwolves lead by 15. Here's Dillingham. He's got 6. Off target from outside.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
The shot, no good. Here's Shannon. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Shannon's got 8 points here in the quarter.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Pistons trail by 17. Sasser up top. Missed inside. Here's Dillingham. Fires the 3. Knocks down the triple. And the Timberwolves lead by 20.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Now here's Harris. 6 on the shot clock. And they'll get another chance. And Detroit making a change here.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Off the inbound. That shot off. Thomas with the defensive effort. Oh, the heave from beyond half court is off target. It's stolen by Garland. Puts up a deep 3. And it's Harris with the rebound.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it.
3-pointer. Fernando grabs the miss. Minnesota leading by 20. Here's Thomas for 3. Can't hit that one.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Clarkson outside. Just 5 to shoot. Loiso. Soft touch off the glass.
Well, we see a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting nowadays, but you'll take that look right there any night of the week.
With the step back. Lets it fly. And the shot is good by Garland.
Every season, Darius Garland gets more confident, especially in that scoring ability.
And some changes here for Detroit. Pistons trail by 20. Here's Cunningham with the drive. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Wow! Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
Minnesota with the ball. Following the score by Detroit. Shot from the wing. Outside, Alexander Walker. Right wing. Oh, deflected. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here.
just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
And that one drops for him.
You know, I thought in the first half this guy was pressing. He was rushing. Now he's settled into the game.
Here's Tyson. Pass to Garuba. Beyond the arc. The rebound by Detroit. Cunningham with the ball. Now Alexander Walker defending. Hill for three. He buries it from three.
You want to run your offense through him. A reliable scoring option.
Here's Tyson. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. And the Timberwolves lead by 16. Shots good by Thompson.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Here's Dillingham. From deep three-point range. Thompson pulls it in. Pistons trail by 13. Pass to Cunningham. Duran, the screen. Cunningham steps on the gas. It's picked off. And there's 1:38 left in the game. Here's Shannon. From behind the arc. The shot comes out. Time running out for the Pistons. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth. Cunningham missing. Minnesota with the ball. They led the game at 1 point by 20. The shot by Tyson, no good.
Barring a miracle comeback, this one is wrapped up. They were able to control the tempo and flow of the game, and it will end in a victory for the Timberwolves.
And the huge difference today, the efficiency from beyond the arc.
Yeah, once they started hitting shots, it stretched out the D and opened up the entire offense.
And you look at their record after tonight, 30 wins on the year.
And even though this season series was only 2 games, a sweep is still a sweep.
Shot clock at 3. And here's Dillingham from the arc. Here's the Pistons with the ball. They're on a 14-5 run. Here's Hill. Boom! He jams it straight down. And Minnesota with possession here. They've got a 9-point lead. Here's Dillingham. From the arc. Can't connect. So it's Minnesota picking up the win. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.